ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Before we do, let's see them in full flow.
No. What does discombobulated mean?
I don't know. It sounds good, though, because it just has bob in it.
Bob. Bob.
Discombobulated.
I like a cacophony.
Do you?
Yeah, I love a cacophony. My brother-in-law
cacophony
taught
of
me
what?
that. A cacophony of sound, a cacophony of people. Oh. Lots of, an abundance of, darling. Oh. Yeah.
I like hen.
You're so impressed, aren't you? You like what?
Hen. 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 Well, you know, in Scotland, you know, it's a little term of endearment. Hello, hen. How are you doing? And it just sounds all sort of sweet and plucky. I prefer cock.
Will you welcome Carol, Coleen and Jane, the Loose Women. Jane McDonald. Lovely to see you. Come on up, sit down. It's them Loose Women. Who's sitting where? Okay. How exciting to have you here. Thank you for joining us. It's great to have you on the show.
Oh, you don't know how excited we are to be here.
Well, because you don't normally let out late, do you? Normally it's a kind of a daytime
we're
thing.
daytime, yeah.
Well, do you hang out together?
And Tom Hanks is on. It's nothing about you, it's Tom.
And Dizzy.
He's very cute, actually.
He is.
Yeah.
You got your eyes on Dizzy?
Yeah, well, man in a white suit, I like that.
Watch it, Dizzy. She's coming for you.
That's all good, man. Come.
Wow! What about that? Tom, it looks like me and you going home alone together then.
No, I want Tom.
You want Tom?
Yeah.
Carol?
No, thanks, John.
Oh! Just me and the donuts then, comfort eating as always. Great to have you though. And do you hang out much away from the show though? Because I mean, there's a few of you. There's the three of you here. There's a few other kind of regular Loose Women. Then you have some floating ones as well, don't you, who come in and out occasionally. But how much do you hang out? How close are you? Are you friends? Are you just kind of like working associates?
We don't really hang out that much, do we? Because we all live in, like, ridiculous places. Yeah. You know, Manchester, Cheshire, Wakefield.
Wakefield's not a ridiculous place.
No, but I mean ridiculously far. Well, it's far.
Yeah, it's a bit.
And I live in London, so, you know...
There's a gap between you all,
Yeah.
a physical gap in that way.
The distance. But we do like going out as a group.
Yeah.
You know,
But
we
it's
do
just
have a
as
laugh.
well. It's just as well we don't do it that often. Really.
No,
Yeah, I saw some photographs of you at one thing. You were at some TV award show and you got kind of a little bit carried away.
Yeah.
There's a picture of... And that's Carol arriving. I mean, that's before she had a drink.
That's because we lost.
It's a very...
Can we take it down now, please?
I think we might leave it up there for a while.
I think it's a good bottom.
That's one of the better pictures.
Yeah. Okay, when you're out partying together, do you kind of look after each other? Because I know when my wife's out with her friends, they take care of one another. More so than men, I think, who kind of egg each other on the bad behaviour. Are you like that? Are you protective of each other, or do you let Carol just do whatever she wants?
Well, we let her do whatever she wants up to a point, but then she gets past the point of knowing even where she is, who she is, or what's happening. And then we turn into her mother, don't we, really?
Yeah.
We're
I
like
need
a
one of those
two-parent.
little camera things that the dog has.
No, you really don't.
Because then I can get up in the morning and I know exactly where I've been.
So why don't we do that as an experiment? Why don't you we give you one to take away and you come back in about, you know, a month and we'll see exactly what you've been up to.
I'll tell you what, I bet it's the same pictures.
It will be, won't it?
You're all about the same age, aren't you? You're roughly the same age, aren't you? You're all about the same
I'm
age?
much younger than everybody else on that show.
Oh, yeah. So you're
She
kind of
just
like
looks the oldest.
mid-20s. Blimey.
We're all in our 40s,
You know,
really.
yeah, they share the cab here. There'll be 3 cabs going home. But you act younger. Is it because that you're only recently back in a relationship? Was that because you were a single girl for years? Is that what it was?
A long, long time. Yeah, I do. I think I am sort of going backwards now. But he's only 27, you see, so... And I'm 49, but, you know, we kind of meet in the middle. I think I'm about 10 years younger than I really am, but, you know, that might be debatable.
But that's
so fit.
He's lovely, yeah.
There's some people might not know the show. I know the show because I watch it and I'm sort of lolling around during the daytime, so I'm often there sitting there with a dog on my lap watching your show, sometimes shouting at the screen, often agreeing with you, sometimes disagreeing, and I guess that's the point of the show. But how would you describe it to people who haven't seen it?
We've never, you know, professed to be question time. It's just a good giggle.
Yeah.
And when Coleen or Denise Welsh is on, it's all about sex.
Always.
So, always about
Yeah,
sex.
well, how comfortable are you talking about it? Because some of you seem very relaxed and very open about talking about it, and others of you seem a little bit more. How about who's the most kind of forthcoming with information? Who goes a little too far? Who doesn't like talking about that kind of thing?
I open my gob a bit too much, to be honest with you, and then worry about it afterwards. Like I get home and no one's speaking to me, or the papers are on the phone, and so yeah, I haven't got a problem with it. You know, if someone asks my opinion or someone asks me a question, I'll be honest with my answer.
She can't talk about it.
Do you not talk about it at all? So when this
like
topic inevitably comes up on the show, you have to join in, of course.
Well, I just think some things are, you know, I think people who talk about sex a lot are not having it. That's all I say.
I can't believe she just actually said the words. When she's on the show, she goes, you know when you talk about... She can't even say it, but you
My
just
mother's
actually
usually
said it out
watching,
loud.
sat there with a cheese and pickle sandwich, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's difficult for me to talk about bonking when my mother's watching.
She's right.
Maybe
She's
she's
done it. She don't like it.
Yeah, she's done
The
it.
thought of bonking while eating a cheese and pickle sandwich is just about the greatest idea in the world.
With the remote as well.
Oh, and
telly.
some donuts for after.
Oh, now you're talking.
I tell you what I love on the show is it's a very cosy atmosphere. It's very kind of like, it does feel like you're eavesdropping on a bunch of friends chatting, or a bunch of friends. And you have the kind of coffee cups, don't you, with all your names on
Yeah.
and stuff. And I thought I might start that on the show this evening. So we got yours down here for you. And we've got one for all the guests. There's my one.
Okay.
I know you like it. You normally have a tea or coffee, but because
Yeah.
this is a late night show.
Oh, I'm loving it.
There
Oh
you
my God! I'm loving that.
go. And for you.
That's what we always have in it.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's water, you know.
Oh, it's real.
There you go. There you go. And we've got Dizzy's got his, and Tom, you got yours as well?
Cheers.
Oh, no, hold on.
It's for Tim.
Wow, where did you get these? We haven't even got one.
That's embarrassing.
Who is Tim?
The biggest movie star in the world, we get his name wrong. How about that?
Oh, that's not good, is it?
Okay, you don't have to drink it all, but I see you very nearly
No,
have.
I do like a drop. Yeah.
Okay, and let's go back to the topic of families, because I know sometimes I've overheard you on the show, and sometimes it does feel a bit like you used to be talking about your partners, about your husbands,
Bless
you know, and talking about your boyfriends. And I think, you know, and I know I sometimes talk about my kids and my wife on this show, but I think it was you talking once about your husband when he comes home at any time of day or night, he's always up for it,
Yeah.
and you're lying in bed,
Yeah.
and
I just say to him,
well, you said you know he's up for it because he starts rubbing my arm.
He
gently.
does, yeah.
And I felt terrified. I thought, that's what I do.
oh, it's shocking.
Normally, it's like rub my back, I go, go on in, and that's
Yeah.
it. But if I'm after something, I start going,
Yeah. It's all that, isn't it?
so, well, yeah, you start
Yeah.
being really nice and
And you
tacked
think
up.
you're being subtle and we know what you're after.
Yeah, but I always do that, but I always make sure I've got the remote control here just in case. So that's plan B. You know what I mean? That's plan A, plan B. You don't want that to be too far away, because, all right, quickly.
Well, that's what I do. I have to have the remote so I can do that over him. Over
Well,
his
you've got a
shoulder.
remote that operates your husband.
Yeah.
And
And what I say to him is, you know, all right, don't wake me. I mean, he doesn't normally, anyway. So, you know,
Just generally, don't wake me. Have you got a...
don't wake me up.
Do you hang a sign on at all? Do not...
Absolutely. Help yourself, but do not disturb.
Help yourself. Self-service. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
There's a lot of, well, not a lot, but occasionally there's a bit of flirting goes on. Is it on camera that you're like that, and then away you're different, or are you pretty much like that all the time?
Well,
I'm not like that, Jonathan.
You're not.
No, not you.
Really.
Not at all.
She's
I'm
not, actually.
honestly.
She's really
I don't know how to do it,
she
do
doesn't.
I?
She makes...
I'm terrible.
She makes
Can we have a
it
look
up
at
when
that
she
picture of you
tries.
leaving a party again earlier? What was that?
That's not flirting.
No, you just... There you go.
Put it away. It's horrible.
Just remember where I parked my bike.
No, do you know what? We've actually been accused of sexually harassing the male guest, and people have said, I think it was a female columnist, one of the newspapers, wasn't it, who actually said, if this was all men on the show and a woman came on and did that,